Helldivers 2. Yo, shout out to Sir Bravian for such a magnificent song. So, kick it off, bruv. The whole slate is coming. Let's get it.
Helldivers 2 hit like a thunder roll. Shook the PlayStation faithful right down to their soul. They thought exclusives were a fortress wall. But now those walls, they start to fall. Final Fantasy Remake, Death Stranding 2, showing up on Xbox.
Come on in, guys. Come
what
on
you
in.
gonna do?
Hit that like button.
Fanboys crying,
Let's talk about it.
petitions in hand. But real gamers just understand. Shouting in vain, you lost your grip and losing your game. Could have spoke with your wallet, but you stood still. Now Xbox to experience the whole damn thrill. Whole slate's coming, Joel and Ellie too. Whole slate's coming, intergalactic coming through. Whole slate's coming, watch Killzone ignite. Whole slate's coming, I feel like resistance tonight.
Where is factions? Where is factions? Where is factions?
She gone, man.
Last of Us taking a brand new ride. Shadow of the Colossus standing by Xbox's side. Uncharted treasures ready to show. Sackboy packing up and he's ready to go. Bloodborne shadows creeping slow. Ratchet and Clank putting on a show. Could've stopped this if you bought the game, but you just whined and now it's all the same. Whole slate's coming, hear the thunder roll. Whole slate's coming, crashing through your soul. Whole slate's coming, no escaping fate. Whole slate's coming, through the Game Pass gate. Whole slate's coming.
Testing, testing. You guys hearing me? Testing. Melo, you hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Could the chat hear me? Let me just see. Right now, some technical difficulties, guys. Some technical difficulties. Let me see if I can hear some music in the background just now. Right. So welcome. We are in. We are in, guys. We are in. How are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling? I hope you guys are doing okay. We have a great show for you guys tonight. We have topics like you might be able to get Game Pass Premium for free. How would a person get Game Pass Premium for free, Melo? Do you know?
I don't know. Outside the offering, no. You threw me on the spot. Game Pass for free?
Game Pass Premium for free. We have a topic that will cover that. We also have Helldivers 2. It sold 20 million copies. And we will see that Helldivers 2 being on Xbox for just about 5 to 6 months on Xbox, how much it sold thus far. We will also talk about how Final Fantasy VII Remake is already topping the paid charts on Xbox. Melo, we don't buy games, Melo. We don't buy games.
We was broke. I thought we was broke.
Come on, we are broke, man. We are also talking about how Sony has filed a patent. And this patent is for basically a controller for if it is you don't play games. But we'll talk about it. And we'll talk about the story of the night, which is this AI. Everyone is talking about AI. And a matter of fact, the stock, a lot of gaming stock basically crashed, because of this AI. So guys, as you guys comment, hit the like button. Let me shout you out in the chat. Let me just say shout out to Mandalorian Martin. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Byron Moores. Byron Moores, shout out to you and the fam. Slayer, what's up, man? Josh, good night, Josh, to you and the family. K-Rock, what up? Who again I miss? Yeah, so, and we also have Dolomite, long time no see, man. Shout out to everyone who joined the stream tonight. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and support your boy. Help us keep the lights up on this thing here, man. So, I mean, Melo, there's a lot of news. How you doing, Melo? It's been a while. It's a while we haven't spoken in this forum.
It's been a nice little minute. I've been good for the most part. Life been lifing.
Yeah,
trying to keep my head up and keep motivated. All I can say right now, man, if you ain't getting no money, go get some money. That's that's all I can tell you.
Come on, man. You have to get up and get it.
You got to get up and go.
Yeah, you have to get up and get it. So, everyone in the chat, let's start the topic. So, the first topic, Melo, is this topic with Sony. They've basically filed a patent for a brand new controller. Right, so let me read the article here for you, and then maybe we could give our thoughts on it. Okay. Now, this is very, very interesting. Here, we know that there are rumors that the PlayStation 6 is delayed, but the thing is, what about the controller? Everyone is talking about this controller. Let's see what they say about this controller. It's on VGC. Right, it's an article from VGC. Let me see if I get it here. Right. So, what you guys think about this new controller? You guys seen it on your screen here? You seen that? You seen it on your screen here, Melo?
Yeah, I see it right now.
It says Sony has patented a touchscreen PlayStation controller that lets players choose where to put their buttons. Right. Standard controllers aren't comfortable for everyone, Sony says. So it goes on to say that Sony has obtained a US patent for a special controller with a touchscreen that let players choose where their buttons should go. The patent was filed back in February 2023, but was issued last week and is described as designs and methods for a game controller. According to the patent description, the accompanying images, the controller would have a large touchscreen covering most of its top surface where the buttons would usually go. The idea is that players would be able to customize where the D-pad sticks or control or action buttons should be positioned on the controller. To best suit their personal taste, accessibility needs, or what best suits each specific game. It appears that players can also choose to resize the button or even remove some buttons altogether for certain games. So when it is you look at the image, this is the image we are seeing. So we are seeing here a D-pad. The first D-pad is on the top, and then we are seeing two buttons on the top as well. So it's like a top-heavy controller. And then we have the same controller. This time the D-pad is at the bottom, together with the two buttons at the bottom. Now, Melo, I don't know what your thoughts on this is, but I'm asking. I wonder if this is something like modular, where you can take all the buttons and take all the D-pad, or is it that is a touchscreen? How this would work, Melo, in your mind?
Man, listen here. This is on par. This is real. Do you hear me? This is coming down the pipeline. Because for a fact, PlayStation gamers don't play games, dog. They they watch games. It's a difference between you picking up a controller and playing a game, and someone just pressing a couple few buttons to get to a cutscene. This and when you think about what they was talking about AI being implemented into the game and it's able to play the game for you, this is on par.
All right. I see it. I see the vision. So why need all these buttons if the AI is playing the game for me?
Hello, come on now. Come on.
What trouble is this? It's true. As you really open my eyes here, this is the facts. Why need all these buttons and you ain't playing the game? Crazy stuff.
What's the point of all this free space and you clicking when you only got two buttons you need to press to get to the next thing?
I beg your pardon. I beg your.
Like, this is right. Like, I don't need 4 buttons if I only need 2 to get to the next cutscene.
But how the buttons would be? I'm very curious as to, is the button coming out of the screen? How is it modular? I mean, how these ponies will play this? I mean,
it look like it's gonna be flush into the screen more because, of course, ain't no actual button itself. So it's like you're pressing on
or the optics.
Yeah, like an optic. Imagine like a electrical stove. You ain't got no eyes on the actual stove. You just it just lights up at the bottom of it when you press it.
No. This is very, very interesting. I mean,
this is terrible.
What would have convinced Sony that these ponies needed this? I mean, a lot of the PlayStation fans I have heard they love the dual sense, right?
Pastor, can you even imagine if they have battery issue? Pastor, if they have battery. Island Gamer. Yeah. If they have battery issues now with the PS5 controller, what the heck do you think this controller is going to do? 1. Ooh. And then 2,
15 minutes.
Imagine if you get upset or something happens and the controller falls out your hand. Do you know the amount of money it's going to cost to get that fixed?
Buddy. Yeah, buddy. You're making some solid points there, Melo. You're making some solid points. But I am curious, where is the joystick?
There is none. You whoosh your finger around the controller like it is there.
Man.
You pretend.
This ain't it. This ain't it, Melo. This ain't it. Well, this is what Sony is proposing that maybe the PlayStation 6 would have. But to me, I find that it's not innovative. To me, it's not practical because it's one thing being innovative, but practical. I can't see this working, especially like for like fighting games, for games at a high pace. Your hand will be slipping and sliding on this touchscreen. I mean, come on, let's be real.
Pastor, right? Can you imagine that we've had gamers out here since the 80s that's playing video games, that's mentally have it in their brain that they have to have some form of a controller or
something to press,
something to actually physically press
touch.
or
Yeah,
a stick to turn. And you're telling me now you want me to just whoosh my finger across the screen to get an interactive?
yeah.
And
There's something wrong with it.
imagine if I'm playing competitively.
Yeah.
Like I'm playing Street Fighter. No, this is not it. that
This would
ain't
be
it.
good, like for God of War. You just press one button when they tell you to press the button. You know,
Yeah.
it's like a movie style game. So I mean, this
A Last
is
of
what
Us.
Sony is proposing. A Last of Us. This is what Sony is proposing that you know, they are going to do for the upcoming PlayStation. But what are you guys' thoughts on the in the chat? What do you guys think about this? Yo, game trailers.
What's good,
Let
guys?
me see if I can get game trailers in here, man. Game trailers, you wanna come on? Let's talk because we have a lot to talk about, eh? We have a lot to talk about. Let me
These
send
people here.
let me send game trailers.
This is the true definition of not being for the gamers.
And a matter of fact, you brought up some good points. How much would be this controller? I think it will be like $100,
Man.
$80. You know,
Probably more. It's
don't
definitely
think-
gonna be more than 80. If the controller right now was sitting at what 75, 60,
yeah,
and
this
you
might be
telling
about
me you
100.
got a man, this probably gonna be 120
Yeah,
at best.
yeah,
That's all I need
correct.
to know. Trying to win.
Man.
Right. So I mean, guys,
That's it, man.
this is what Sony is proposing. I don't know what you guys think about it. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the chat, right? So as game trailers, I think I get some background music there, so background volume there, man.
Oh, for me. Oh, hold on. Sorry.
Right? Right, Biario said it is fake. Well, Biarios, if it's fake, I mean, Sony is not doing a good job telling persons it's fake because all the major outlets are saying that this is a patent that Sony would have filed in 2003 or 2023. So I don't know how factual that is. Let me just say shout out to WTB, shout out to you. WTB, shout out to Biarios. Biarios, shout out to you. Game trailers. Hey, Professor Strong, what up, man? Who else I miss? Shout out to everyone in the chat. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Support your boy. Now, Mello, we have another article. Now, earlier on I said that it is possible to get Game Pass Premium for $3.99. Free! Right? Now, let's see how you can go about. Do you have to sell a liver? Do you have to sell how many livers you have there, Mello?
How many levels?
No, liver. I think you have about one. Yeah, we have about one. You have about
I got one liver, gang. I'm like, liver? What we cooking? What we doing?
Hey, let me just say shout out to my guy there, Pilum. Pilum, what's up, man? What's up, Pilum? Shout out to Pilum, guys. Don't forget to support Pilum. Pilum is gonna go to reach 1,000 subscribers. Get this guy to 1,000 subscribers, man. He's been working hard. He and the boys there. Let me just say, Pilum says he wants to hear his song, and guess what? We have to play it. Stop it. This is Pilum's song here, man. Yeah, buddy, let's start this thing, man. Let's get it on. We're starting it, guys. We just got here. Let's start it. Come on.
I go on and on.
We're going on and on.
How I last so long. I must have
Woo, how we lasting this long, Pilum? Shout out to Pilum, man. Shout out to Pilum. There's a lot of guys that leaving the Xbox community, but we'll talk about that. Now, this is a very interesting article here, Melu. Let me pull it up here, and they're basically saying that you can get Game Pass Premium for free. But what you have to do, get Game Pass Premium for free by reading Sea of Thieves' new comic. What? Players can claim 1 month of Game Pass Premium for free if you read a Sea of Thieves comic series over the webtoon. So be quick to plunder your loot. If you would like to claim 1 month Xbox Game Pass Premium for free, you'll want to read the Sea of Thieves comic series over on Webtoon. But you'll want to be quick about it, as this offer won't be around for too much longer. Those of you who enjoyed grabbing the Sea of Thieves achievements will likely enjoy reading the Sea of Thieves, the Last Bite comic series. Reading all 5 comics before Friday, February 13th. Right? That's about in 2 weeks. You have like 2 weeks, guys. 2026 rolls around will net you 1 month Game Pass Premium trial for free, thus allowing you access to Sea of Thieves on Game Pass. Now, this is something cool here, Mello. This is a cool
that's not bad. That's not bad.
Getting your toes dip into the Game Pass arena. Matter of fact, not just the low tier, but the premium version is something that if it is you've never tried Game Pass, this is a great opportunity to get into Game Pass just by reading these comics. Yeah?
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Some of these cats need to read because the comprehension skills are so poor. But that's nice to get light to something that to get some attention to the actual comic book. You can actually read and get some folklore and a little bit more backstory on Sea of Thieves. That's not bad at all. I like that promotion. That's pretty good.
I didn't even know Sea of Thieves had a comic. I mean, this is the
I
first
didn't
time.
either.
I mean, this is the first time I heard about it. I mean, to understand how that game Sea of Thieves were criticized by PlayStation guys so many times. I mean, Sea of Thieves was a game that they said Microsoft made a bad choice to make that game. But guess what? Sea of Thieves outlived Concord. You could imagine that. You could imagine that. So, guys, if it is you want 1 month free Game Pass Premium, you can go on Webtoons and read this comic book here. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. So let's move on now. Let's move on now. We are going through it. We are going through it. Let's move on now to Final Fantasy. You see, Final Fantasy was a game that was exclusive to PlayStation for years. And a matter of fact, I remember J-Dub saying we're never going to get Final Fantasy over on the Xbox platform. And there's also another narrative that why would these companies even bother putting their games on Xbox? Because Xbox players don't buy games. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Hear what it says, man. It says, Final Fantasy VII Remake off to an impressive start in the top paid Xbox charts. Yeah. So hear what it says. It says, arguably the biggest Xbox release of 2026 so far has been the long-awaited arrival of Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate. But how well has this actually sold across Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S in the first week? Well, we don't have specific figures just yet, but the top paid Xbox charts have just updated for the first time since it released, and the game is off to an impressive start. It's currently 9th position overall. This makes it the highest placed new release on the Xbox charts right now. There are multiple reasons this Final Fantasy VII Remake will have sold well on Xbox, even beyond the fact that it's one of the most requested Xbox releases in the past few years. For one, it's available at a pretty low price of $39.99, $40, and as a limited early bonus, it even comes with original version of the Final Fantasy VII as well.
Oh
Don't
wow.
forget, it's on Xbox Play Anywhere title too, which means you can get it free. You can get a free version for PC by buying it on console. We'll have to wait and see if Square Enix shares specific details on Final Fantasy VII Remake Xbox sales in the near future, but first impression seems to be positive. Now, this is very interesting, Melo, because I remember the Final Fantasy studio head. He was very much kicking himself, saying that this should have been multiplat. He basically was apologizing to Xbox gamers that these games should have been on Xbox a long time ago. Because quite frankly, the PlayStation community did not appreciate Final Fantasy the way it should have been appreciated. That's why now this once exclusive game for PlayStation is now on Xbox. And since he would have gone to put this game onto Xbox, look, we are seeing the footage here, Melo. It's doing pretty well in the how it named, the best selling or the top selling on Xbox. What are your thoughts on this?
Xbox gamers doing what Xbox gamers always do. Once again, y'all can run with this narrative that we don't buy games, we don't support, but it's clear as day. Anytime something of essence come to the platform, people go out and buy in droves and they support. Me personally, I'm not a Final Fantasy guy like that. But that's a sweet deal where you getting the PC version as well as the console version, and you're getting the what was that last part? You said you're getting the
you got to like play anywhere, but I got play anywhere.
No, not to play anywhere, but you get like the older version of the game as well.
Yes, you get it
all rolled into a $40 package. That's not bad at all. That is not bad.
So I mean, if it is you're interested in Final Fantasy and you don't have it yet, I mean, it's a good deal. It's a real good deal for all Final Fantasy lovers. And I'm hearing that it runs pretty well, Melo. It runs pretty well on both versions, on both the Series S. The Series S version is outperforming the Switch 2, and also the Series X version. Some persons are saying it's even running better than the PlayStation 5 Pro. So I mean, this is very interesting. Final Fantasy VII doing excellent on the Xbox platform. Xbox players don't buy games, guys, but guess what? The facts and the statistics is showing different.
On a dead console. On a dead console.
Yep. Right? So I didn't read Pilam's super chat. Pilam said, "Stop the madness, play my damn team." So right. So Pilam, shout out to you again. Now there was a lot of talk, Melo, that PlayStation cannot deny the success of Helldivers 2 on the Xbox, right? Now, you remember how long Helldivers 2 was out on the PlayStation, on PlayStation 5?
I believe it was a year, if you serve me correct.
It was a year. Right?
It was a year, right? Yeah.
It was a year. It was about a year. Right, as of today, I believe it's about a year and 3 months. I think it came out like in April 2024 or so. Yeah. Okay. So the mere fact that we are seeing this here. So look at this report here, right now. This is from Alina Analytics, and they are saying that Helldivers 2 sells 20 million copies. We look at our estimates of Helldivers 2 as well as how much revenue co-op games generated on Steam's last year, right? So it says Helldivers 2 continues to hit records after its initial launch in February. So it came out in February, February of 2024. It passed 20 million copies. Now, there's no way that you can deny that this game is a success. Selling 20 million copies is a success for any publisher would love to have this game. Their game sell 20 million. Let me say shout out to Rain, shout out to Yataza. Yataza, what up? Shout
What's
out to
good?
Agent Slugger. What up, Agent Slugger? Shout out to Zero Law Music. Zero Law Music, shout out to you. Giving you the best music at zero cost. Right, so it says based on the copies sold, Helldivers 2 has generated over 700 million. That's money there, Mello, in gross revenue, accounting for regional pricing and historical discounts, right? So here's the interesting part. Now, this is the chart they would have put up. Look at the chart here, guys. They said 20 million copies sold on all platforms, 700 million would have been the gross revenue, and over 3.6 million MAUs in December 2025. Now, when it is you look at this chart here, guys, you are seeing that Helldivers 2, right? This is a PlayStation IP. It sold the most on Steam. So Steam more than double the amount of how many persons bought it on PlayStation, which is 5.6 million. And only in 5 months, Mello, Xbox gamers would have bought this game 1.6 million. Right, copies would have sold on Xbox, which is not bad for a 5 month sale. This is good. I mean,
Right.
this is looking like it's tracking even above Astrobot when it launched on PlayStation, because I don't think
that's
Astrobot, I don't think Astrobot hit 2 million in 5 months.
Absolutely
it
not.
didn't. Yeah, it didn't. So I mean, just for the amount of consoles out there, we are seeing that the Xbox team is still buying games. Now the question is, this is why we believe that Sony is going to bring their games multiplat. Now, they may not be doing it as aggressive as Microsoft, but you cannot ignore the sales on Steam and the sales on Xbox. If it is PlayStation games are exclusive today only on PlayStation 5, I can guarantee you that soon it will have a PC version, and for the foreseeable future, if it's a multi-plat game, it's coming to Xbox. Now, what's your thoughts on this here, Melo? What's your thoughts on Helldivers 2 selling 13.1 million on Steam, 5.6 million on PlayStation, and 1.6 million on Xbox? What's
I
your
want to say off the rip, you know what I'm saying? The Helldivers 2 is a pretty good game. It's a pretty dope game. I checked it out on PC, got it on Xbox when it came out, supported the game, and actually bought it. It was a really good game, just to start off. But I gotta say it if ain't nobody else gonna say it.
Yeah.
Why is PlayStation gaming so broke? I don't understand. You allow the company to finesse you into buying a Pro only to not buy any games for it. This to get out toppled by PC
Yeah, that's
for
crazy.
a PlayStation exclusive that allegedly, like, that's insane to me.
Yeah.
How
It is insane.
the numbers would have been even worse if the game would have came out day and day on Xbox. I'm pretty
You
sure
remember
Xbox
when this
would have
game came out, Mello? You remember how these guys
Yeah.
gloated on this game? And how they're saying, wow, it's better than Halo, it's the best thing ever. You remember that? How did it sell so little bit? I mean, 5.6 is not a bad number, but this should
It's not at
be,
all, but it should definitely be more. Especially
course.
seeing that how many Xbox PlayStations are out there
Yeah.
in the wild, allegedly.
Oh, and that's a good point. Now, we know that PlayStation has about, 84 million or maybe close to 90 million at this point, but only 5.6 for this game. And remember, this game wasn't full price. Mello. This game wasn't full price.
Come on now.
This game was like $40.
That's like a family pack at Pizza Hut. Y'all couldn't
Come on, man.
You couldn't make that happen.
So PlayStation has an install base of close to 90 million units out there in the wild, and yet Helldivers 2 only sold just under 6 million. The metric, the metric in Matson, Mello, it's not Matson.
Hey man, shout out to Jim Ryan one more time.
Shout out to Jim Ryan. So what is your guys' thoughts on this year? We are seeing Helldivers 2 most likely would have been on PlayStation for just about a year and let's say about 3 and 4 months. However, although having a big install base, we are seeing that this particular game has been dethroned by Steam. There are more persons on Steam playing Helldivers. They have the lion's share of the MAUs, while PlayStation is at 5.6. Xbox is coming up after 5 months only, sold just over 1.6 million, which is very impressive for this game coming. Now Sony cannot deny that here what if they put their games on Xbox, they will make a bag. They will make a bag if they
I
put
wonder
their
what
games on
happened to
Xbox.
supporting the devs. That's all I
Come on.
want to say.
Come
What
on.
happened to supporting the devs,
Come on.
especially with
So-
a good game?
Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. These PlayStation fans keep exposing themselves as not buying their own games, but better for us. The more you guys don't support your games, the more PlayStation will put their games other places. Yeah? Good. Now, let's talk about this AI situation. Man. This AI situation is getting out of hand because a lot of persons are saying a lot about AI, right? So let's talk about it. So this week, we had something very interesting happening in the gaming industry. Google would have launched a service called Genie 3. Now, although it's in a very basic form, we are already seeing that a lot of persons in the background, they are expecting that this particular game, this particular software would disrupt the gaming industry. So let's listen to IGN here as they summarize this. Listen to this.
This isn't Breath of the Wild. It's a game world made entirely in AI with Google's latest Genie 3 model. And of course, people started recreating classic games and imagining what GTA 6 gameplay could look like. It all looks pretty cool, but that's kind of it. There's no real game mechanics or interactivity, just prompts that lead to a user being able to move around a 3D space. That seems to be enough to scare investors, though. Since Genie 3 dropped, GTA's parent company Take-Two Interactive has its share value drop 8%. Engine maker Unity dropped 24%. And
Wow.
Roblox stock also cratered by 13%. The real question is, though, with so many of these AI worlds just ripping concepts from pre-existing video games, what's Nintendo gonna do about it? Also, there's this person that just posted clear obscure footage pretending they prompted AI to make it, and then there's a bunch of people that believed it was AI footage and have no idea that it's an actual game. Hilarious. This isn't Breath of the Wild.
I mean, Mello, this is very interesting because this Genie 3 is very interesting. I mean, you can just give it a prompt and it basically generate a game for you. Now, right now, it looks like slop. The frame rate is not good. It's running like 15 frames per second. But you see, these are the early stages. When this becomes mature, what are you seeing this doing for the gaming industry, man?
I'm telling you now, mobile gaming is finna be a disaster. They finna flood the scene with multiple just random games. Me personally, I'm looking into this mess just so I can do it.
Yeah.
Reason being is this. I tried to tell you guys, this is why the layoffs was coming. This is why people were shortening their staffs and laying off developers when it comes to video games, especially with repetitive video games. I can sit in front of a computer with software, give it 2 or 3 images with a prompt, and you have a fully functional game. And again, like you said, we can do levels. I saw somebody doing a side scroller of Dragon Ball Z. I saw Naruto. This is the future of gaming, and that's unfortunately at this point, creativity is just not there anymore.
Yeah,
and it's going to cease to exist. To be honest with you,
jeez. I mean, I saw someone did something close to, is it GTA?
Yeah,
I
GTA
mean,
6. Yeah.
GTA 6. I mean, that is why I saw basically take two stock dropping. If it is this particular program becomes, mature, I am seeing this might be even more trouble for devs, for people who work in the industry. I mean, these devs need to upskill themselves so that they can not fight against AI because it's inevitable. This is going to insert itself into the gaming industry. What devs need to do is find new ways how they can work with AI, right? To make,
There's no,
uh, yeah,
but Pastor, when I'm sorry, there's no working with this. You gotta look at the. I guess I gotta
tell
be
me,
honest with the. I
yeah,
gotta be honest with the people.
yeah,
There's no working with this because of three major key points. But I'm gonna keep it short.
yeah,
One, with creativity. Two, the audience is so focused on playing games that already exist that they're not willing to take chances on new, exciting experiences.
yeah,
And three, you just pointed out it's like 7, 8 frames per second. The moment they get those frames intact in order, we're talking
yeah,
about 30 frames per second is going to be easy. 60 frames per second is going to within the year, less than a
right,
year. That's how
right.
fast AI is moving, and it's only going to get worse. It really is.
So let me just show this clip here because I found it very interesting. Now, um, I'm not sure if this was a prompt by Genie Tree. There's some person who's saying it's not, but now if that, look at this here, Melo.
Yeah, that's the dream with GTA. Yeah.
This is nuts.
Snow on the day.
Hey, hello, copyright,
Mhm.
copyright. Be
Yeah,
careful.
watch the copy. Yeah, watch the copyright game.
But look at this. I mean, I'm seeing lighting. I'm seeing. I mean, it does look a bit shaky, but this is
Yeah.
like the first draft.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You understand?
This remind me of when they did the Will Smith eating spaghetti. You seen how
Yeah, yeah,
terrible it
yeah.
was when it
It
first
looks,
happened.
yeah,
Now you look at it's night and day. You can barely tell
night and
it's
day.
AI.
There's some
Yeah.
videos, Melo, I can't tell. Back in the day, I could have tell what was AI. I have an eye for it.
Hmm.
But some of these videos are scary now, Melo.
He actually
I
hopped
mean, you
in the
can't trust
car.
your, yeah, you
He
can't
actually,
trust your eyes. You can't trust your eyes now, no, Melo.
like video game trailers. Like some people gonna abuse this. Like they're gonna
No,
make it seem like they're coming out with a video game, and they're gonna make these
what is
trailers
shit?
and these snippets. And yeah,
Look at this now, man. Look at this.
got a
So,
fight scene.
but why would the investors decide to take all their stock for this? This is not even anything close to being, rivaling GT. But investors are running scared so fast, Mello.
No, they're
Why would
running
you take out your
scared, B.
stock?
I would take out my stocks in the sense of this because anybody can sit there and make GTA. There, if you really look at the bare bone of GTA, there's
Yeah,
nothing really exciting.
yeah,
This is the Greenland aspect of it. So just imagine if they're able, someone like
jeez.
myself or maybe two other people with a nice computer, we generate multiple scenes and stories. We can have our own version of GTA, and we don't have to wait. What? It's been since 2013, the last GTA.
Yeah, yeah.
We in 2026. We
That's more
our
than a decade.
kids is waiting for GTA
Yeah,
6.
yeah,
And it ain't even a possibility that it ain't guaranteed that it's dropping this year.
yeah. And I mean,
So
that
yeah,
has a lot of gamers angry that it took so long, eh?
they took so long because I don't know. But they had the hacking situation, you had people stealing content, and you invested over $1 billion into this franchise. So it has to be something there. But then I'm pretty sure the investors are looking like, dang, did we put all this money and this stock into this game? And look at where we at now. Are we gonna
Yeah,
get our return on investment? Are we gonna make a profit off of this?
yeah,
Especially with AI, this Gemini situation coming up. It remains to be seen. We don't know.
It remains to be seen. But AI right now is taking the world by storm. I mean, everyone is investing in AI. I mean, AI is responsible for a lot of the chips in PCs going up. I mean,
Yeah.
there's so much of effects from this AI. It's attacking physical media. It's attacking media that normally would take skills, go to
Yeah.
school and learn, and all of that. Is attacking that. It's doing editing for you. AI is taking the world by storm.
It's
Right?
attacking your degree as you speak.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
now everybody is starting to see and understand why, even though I don't agree with it, why Satya Nadella and Microsoft are making the decision they was doing with Copilot and doing AI
yeah,
and literally forcing the developers to code with AI because of what we're seeing right now.
yeah. So, I mean, guys, I don't know what the future would hold for gaming with AI, but I do see both Sony and Xbox, they are going to utilize AI in the near future. I know that for a fact, right? Sony already did it. I mean, there are articles saying that Sony would have used generative AI for Spider-Man 2, right? That's recorded there. It's there. And we know that
Expedition 33, correct?
yes, Expedition
Yeah.
33, and Microsoft most likely they would bake it into their new console. So I mean, AI is going everywhere. Let me just say shout out. Who is this here? AC is that Valentine? Is it Ace Valentine? Shout out to you, Ace Valentine. Richie, what up? Rob G68Q. And who is that? Kugesi? What? Kugesi Gus? Or Nuss or whatever. I don't know what name is that. Shout out to all you guys in the chat, BRUs, Yataza, everyone, man. Shout out to all you guys. Now, I'll tell you something, Melon. Not much. We'll end off the show after this segment here, with your thoughts on Microsoft, their latest financial update, right? But there is one thing I would say is that a lot of persons, they are basically sweeping under the rug. Sony is not producing a lot of games. Not much persons are talking about it. Not much persons are saying anything about it. But I remember the days when PlayStation gamers said they buy PlayStation consoles to do what, Mello?
Play games.
To play PlayStation games. I remember that. I remember the days when these guys were saying that, right? Now listen to this guy here, because he himself is asking the same question. Listen.
$84 million. That's the number of PlayStation 5 consoles currently sitting in living rooms across the globe. By every traditional metric, Sony has won. They dominated the hardware race, crushed their competition, and turned a piece of white plastic into the most sought-after status symbol of the decade. But as we move into 2026...
Status symbol? To have a PlayStation is a status? Give me a break. Give me a break, guy. Listen.
A haunting question has transitioned from a meme into a terrifying reality for the PlayStation faithful.
So the terrifying reality is that here, what? A lot of persons in quiet rooms are saying that PlayStation have no games.
What is there to actually play? Behind the record-breaking profits lies a trail of billion-dollar cancellations, a disastrous pivot into live service games that ended in the fastest shutdown in industry history, and a first-party output that has slowed to a glacial crawl. From the Believe in Generations promise to the $700 Pro controversy, the PS5's journey hasn't just been a success story, it's been a masterclass in how to alienate your most loyal fans while sitting on a throne of cash. How did the king of exclusives lose its...
What is there to play, guys, on the PlayStation when it comes to PlayStation first-party games?
You get nothing! You lose! Good day!
Xbox games.
identity way back. This is the rise, the drought, and the identity crisis of the PlayStation 5. To understand the no games narrative, we have to go back to the height of the hype. May 2020. PlayStation CEO Jim Ryan sits in front of a camera and utters the words,
"What up, gang?"
Come back to haunt him.
At PlayStation,
No game was left
generational
behind.
transition.
You remember that statement? You remember when Jim Ryan said that?
Absolutely, that's my homie.
Hear what he said.
At PlayStation, we believe in generational transition.
Woo!
Yeah.
We put years of work into making them happen.
It was a
I remember
We
that.
believe in generations.
We believe in it.
We
You
believe.
understand it? I remember when this was a talking narrative that, you know, Microsoft said, you know, we will be supporting the previous console, and then PlayStation fight back and said, here what we believe in generations.
Believe in generations.
What lies?
clear
Man.
shot across the bow at Microsoft's Play Anywhere strategy. Sony was promising a clean break. No more being held back by the aging hardware of 2013. The PS5 was
Man,
built
my
around
God.
a custom
My God,
I can't believe
how the mighty have
ponies-
fallen.
These ponies believed Sony was going to get a clean cut away from the PlayStation 4, you know, more games was going to be built exclusive to the PlayStation 5. I mean, I can't believe you guys believe that. You understand what I'm saying? I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. All right, let's go again.
SSD so fast.
Tell me, talk to me.
I say, Pastor, bro, did you see the PS5 screen that they bagging people to trade in their PS4s for the PS5s?
Yeah, I saw that.
That's
man.
how low. I've never seen a company ever do that in my life as a gamer.
I mean, what's the desperation for, Melo? What's the desperation for? Why is Sony so bent on, you know?
Oh, you
want
want
to
to
sell
know why?
more?
Oh, you want to know why? Because
Why?
ain't no PS6. This is it. That's over with.
So King David was right then. No more PS6.
There ain't no PS6, bro. Look at the landscape.
Interesting.
Look
Yeah.
at the landscape on how they do it. If they come out right now, we have a crisis with memory. The prices of PC parts is going up.
Yeah.
You really now they understand why Microsoft did a third-party licensing for their console. So it don't even affect their bottom line.
Yeah.
Sony don't have that. They got to come out of pocket for their parts. And you think you're going to turn around and get a brand new PS6 for under $1,200? I highly doubt it.
Jeez.
I highly doubt it.
1,200. 1,200.
1,200. 1,200, baby. They needs that.
Oh,
We are seeing the death of the PS6 as we speak. That's not happening. No. And do you think the price of PC parts are going to go down?
No,
anytime soon?
No time soon.
No time soon.
No time soon.
No time.
Not with these tariffs and how everything is going up with AI. I'm not seeing it.
Shoot, look what they're doing with the PlayStation Portal. They went to Radio Shack and went to the warehouse and started pulling out old LED screens so they can do a refresh of the PlayStation Portal with an OLED.
Serious? I didn't see that article. You need to send me that article, man.
I gotta help. I got you, Jay.
You need to send me. I didn't see that anywhere, man.
It was supposed to change game
man.
design itself. No more elevator rides. No more slow crawl through the crevice loading screens.
No.
We were promised
All of
the
it was a li-
future of gaming.
all of
And
it
at
was
first,
lies.
it felt real. Astro's Playroom wasn't just a pack-in. It was a love letter. Demon's Souls was a visual tour de force that looked like nothing we'd seen before. Even with a global pandemic and scalpers charging $1,000 for a unit, the PS5 became the fastest selling console in history. The momentum was unstoppable. But while the hardware was flying off shelves, the generational promise was already starting to fray at the edges. Within months, the narrative shifted.
They lied.
The only on PS5 exclusives were being announced for the PS4. Horizon Forbidden West, God of War Ragnarok, Gran Turismo 7, the heavy hitters that were supposed to define the new era.
I know what's funny, Mello. When this happened, a lot of these guys became quiet.
Hey, that boy is cooking right there. That boy good. That boy good. lot of people was upset with me. I played God of War, Horizon all on the PS4 before they released.
Yeah.
I remember being in the Discord and they was about to be upset because I was about to spoil the story of God of War, the ending. Right. So yeah, buddy.
Were all being tethered to a decade-old machine. Sony claimed this was about choice, but for the early adopters who fought through the scalpers, it felt like a bait and switch.
Yes,
the SSD wasn't reinventing the wheel, it was just making the old wheel spin.
These guys said that the SSD
faster.
in the PlayStation 5
hey,
is
that
the
boy
fastest
good.
thing. Listen to me, he's good. Listen to me, Mello, they said that the SSD was the fastest thing since the Speed Force in DC. You know what I'm saying?
That's the Ratchet and Clank incident. Yeah. Oh, you can't do this without the SSD. The Spider-Man flying around the world. You can't do this without the SSD.
and they run completely quiet when they realize that the same thing that Sony was saying you can't do without the SSD. Guess what? PC guys was getting it.
Man, knocking it out the park.
And there was some PC guys that didn't have SSDs that was in the PlayStation 5. So how they were able to play those games? So again, this was a bait and switch here by Sony.
Faster. The stage was set for the no games meme to take root. If you could play the best PlayStation games on your old console, why did the new one even exist? While fans were waiting for the next great single-player epic, Sony's leadership was...
Most of the games on PlayStation 5 were made on the bones of the PlayStation
4.
Yeah.
And that's why it ran so good and so buttery smooth.
And that is how they was able to get the 60 frames a second. That is how they were able to pump out these games so quickly, because they were built on the bones of the last game. And guess what? When it is you look at The Last of Us and how many times they remade that, who could not understand that this is just the same game that they kept raising the resolution just a little higher, so that they can how it need.
No, they justified it because they gave them a horde mode. You remember? They put horde mode in and made a hardcore mode. That was the justification. Man, my God, bro. Look how the mighty have fallen.
They saw the billions being raked in by Fortnite, Apex Legends, and Roblox. They didn't just want to sell you a $70 game every 3 years, they wanted a piece of the forever game pie. This was the birth of the games as a service. In 2022, Sony announced a massive pivot. 12 live service titles were in development across their internal studios. To ensure success, they dropped a staggering $3.6 billion to buy Bungie, the creators of Destiny. The logic was
the worst decision they ever made, buying Bungie.
Simple. Sony would provide the prestige, and Bungie would provide the secret sauce for monetization and player.
What sauce is that, Mello?
I don't know, man. That sounds kind of crazy. The secret. What do you mean by that?
What kind of sauce are you talking about, man?
Y'all know y'all gonna have to turn up tonight, right? All right, now. Ain't no party like a Diddy party.
About, Diddy?
I don't know how y'all was doing it back in '64. Dancing.
What are we doing in '64, Diddy?
You got to come with that Diddy war. Hold on, what are we doing?
What do you mean by that?
Retention. But this pivot came at a catastrophic cost. Internal resources were diverted. Iconic studios like Naughty Dog, who had spent decades mastering the art of the cinematic single-player experience.
Hey, Mello, what did the Naughty Dog come out with this generation?
You said, what did they come out with? Zero. Big fella, zero.
No, Mello, you are not telling me that Naughty Dog came out.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
That? Nothing, Mello?
Good day, sir. You get nothing.
I can't believe it. Naughty Dog, and guess what? Again, these PlayStation guys said they bought a PlayStation to play PlayStation 5 games. Where are the games at?
were suddenly tasked with building massive multiplayer empires. The creative DNA of PlayStation was being re-engineered in real time, and the first-party pipeline for the kind of games that made PlayStation famous, linear, story-driven adventures, began to dry up. This wasn't just a change in strategy, it was a cultural shift that the community sensed immediately. The PlayStation Studios logo, once a seal of narrative quality, was now being slapped onto battle passes and daily login bonuses. The tension between Sony's heritage and its new corporate ambition was about to reach a breaking point. If 2022 was the year of the promise, 2024 was the year of the bloodbath. The gas gambit didn't just fail, it exploded. It started.
I remember with The Last of Us, I mean, how many times would Sony kill Last of Us? Last of Us would have been played out for years. But Sony just keep remaking it and giving you guys this game.
Started with Naughty Dog. After years of silence and mounting Factions 2 hype, the studio made a heartbreaking admission. To release their multiplayer Last of Us game, they would have to become a live service only studio.
Let's go. Is he talking about this Mellow?
Where is Factions? You told us to wait. We waited, and you're still not here.
We waited.
Neil Druckmann,
Jim Ryan,
where
are
you?
Neil Druckmann, where are you?
All right, let me ask you.
Absolutely. And that, you know, the sad part about this though, out of all of that they just did, if they would have released that by now, it would have did better than Concord.
Facts. And that's a fact there, Mello. That's a fact there, Mello. You're spitting facts.
Chose their legacy over the pivot, and 4 years of development were flushed down the drain. But the biggest disaster was yet to come: Concord. Sony spent 8 years and a rumored hundreds of millions of dollars on a hero shooter that felt like it arrived 5 years too late. When it
Hey, yo, shout out to George. Hey. George, what's up, man? George, shout out to you, man.
Shout out to you. Hold on, real quick, though. I just want to let y'all know, I have not seen this. So when he said Concord, I did not know he was going to do this game. This is my first time hearing this gentleman.
Oh, buddy.
I just want to make sure I highlight that.
Yeah. He said the disaster. Yeah. He said this is the disaster generation. Concord.
Launched in August 2020.
Yeah, as I saying, the secret source was actually Monio, was actually dung. That was the secret source how the name Bungie brought to the table.
The world didn't just ignore it, they rejected it. The game struggled to break 1,000 concurrent players on Steam. 2 weeks later, Sony did the unthinkable. They pulled the game from sale, offered full refunds, and deleted it from existence. The fallout was immediate. Layoffs rippled through PlayStation Studios. London Studio, a VR pioneer, was shut.
But I believe Bungie sabotaged this game. I believe that Bungie told Jim Ryan.
Shout out to Bungie.
I believe Bungie said, Jim Ryan, this is the new fire. This will burn up the gaming streets. Right now, Concord is the new Star Wars. And I believe Jim Ryan believed it.
Hey, shout out to Bungie. Do you hear me?
Spend 400.
That was the best. What, 4 billion?
No, 400 million. It's
400. No, the buy Bungie. Was it 4 billion?
Yeah, close to 4 billion. Like
the best 4 billion ever spent. You hear me? The best 4 billion ever spent.
Media Molecule weren't immune. The no games meme was no longer just about a lack of exclusives, it was about a lack of direction. Sony had chased the live service dragon and ended up with a pile of ash and a hollowed out release calendar.
This boy good,
With
man.
the first-party sequels missing in action, Sony turned to a controversial stopgap, the remaster. We saw The Last of Us Part 1, then Part 2 remaster.
Finally, somebody is saying it as it is. Somebody is saying it as it is. No one is talking about the litany of remasters that Sony would have pumped out for these ponies simply because the games as a service directive set them back. They could not produce high quality new experiences for you ponies. That is why they relied on remasters. sprinkling a little bit of pony dust on these remasters and saying, here what? Bam, this is a remaster. And you guys lapped it up.
No, J-Dub said it was there because it was a Goldie. And they just wanted to keep pumping out the same Goldie. Because Microsoft can't make no type of game like this because it's a Goldie. That's what he said.
He's a liar.
Remastered, then Horizon Zero Dawn remastered, and then Until Dawn. To the casual observer, it looked like Sony was cannibalizing its own history to fill the gaps in its schedule. Critics pointed out the absurdity. Why was a 3-year-old game getting a pro enhancement?
Wow. I mean, think about it. A 3-year-old game getting a pro enhancement.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Community backlash was fierce, with Reddit threads accusing Sony of remaster fatigue. It felt like the company was treading water, trying to sell the same experiences back to the same people because they had nothing new to offer.
Exactly. That is my channel was built on exposing this. How many remasters would have come out and these ponies said absolutely nothing? They lapped it up.
Not a word, not a peep.
You understand what I'm saying?
Simultaneously, Sony's PC strategy was complicating the why own a PS5 debate. Once sacred exclusives were migrating to Steam. While this boosted revenue, accounting for billions in 2024, it eroded the console's value proposition. If you can play Spider-Man and God of War on a PC with better frames and mods, why pay for the walled garden?
And guess what, guys? Soon, with the new Xbox PlayStation, with the new Xbox console, the whole slate will be coming. From the time a game is able to go on PC, we will be getting it day one.
That's why they don't like me.
Yeah.
Also, that's why they don't like my Rogue Ally X. I get to play all their games already.
Sony began to pull back, realizing that their PC honeymoon might be killing their hardware sales. But the damage to the only on PlayStation brand was already done. In the middle of this internal crisis, a miracle happened. But it didn't come from Sony's internal A-team. It came from the outside. Helldivers 2 became the accidental savior of 2024, a mid-budget title that captured the Starship Troopers fantasy and became a cultural phenomenon. Then came Stellar Blade from South Korea and the global juggernaut Black Myth Wukong.
And all of that what he said there is facts. None of Sony games bailed out Sony. None of Sony made or published games came from Sony. So, with the exception of Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2 was a major success. Black Myth Wukong having that exclusive deal that Sony and they try to hide, and also Stellar Blade. All of these Chinese games together with Helldivers 2 is what saved Sony in 2024.
These games became the third-party shield. They provided the PS5 has games counter-argument, while Naughty Dog and Santa Monica were silent. Helldivers 2 proved that live service could work if it was fun first and monetized second. But it also highlighted the irony of the situation. Sony's biggest success of the generation was a game they didn't even build internally. For a moment, the heat was off. The PS5 felt like the place to be.
What is it, Melo?
No, what he said, it wasn't built internally.
Yeah, it wasn't built internally.
It was not.
Yeah, correct.
Again. But as we entered 2025, the shield began to crack. These were one-off hits, not a sustainable ecosystem. Then came the PS5 Pro. In late 2024, Sony announced the most expensive console in their history, $700. And that didn't even include the disc drive or the stand.
They were giving you guys a console without feet. Right, without legs, they were selling those feet separate. You understand it? You had the most powerful foot with no shoes. You understand what I'm saying, Melo?
He said they had the crippled console.
Action wasn't just negative, it was vitriolic. A poll of over 50,000 fans showed that 89% thought it was too expensive. The marketing for the Pro was built on a paradox. Mark Cerny used The Last of Us Part 2, a PS4 game, to show off the power of the new machine. It was the ultimate no games moment. Sony was asking fans to pay nearly $1,000 after taxes and accessories for a machine whose primary purpose was to make old games look slightly sharper. The Pro felt like a product for a generation.
Let me just say shout out to Yataza. Yataza with the $2 super chat. Yataza is saying the remaster Station 5 third party station. Yeah, come on Yataza. That was it. And you know, all these guys were quiet about it.
That hadn't truly started yet. We were being sold the ultimate experience for hardware that still hadn't seen its definitive software. The disconnect between...
And let me just say that there is a master pony in the chat right now. That cool guy. Let me just say that Sony have been doing exactly what they have been doing for years. I recall when Project Eve was coming out on both Xbox and PlayStation. And then what Sony did, Sony went to this company, Game Science, and they basically bought an exclusive.
Oh, he said third-party devs skipping Xbox, bro.
Yeah,
Them third-party no-name companies that barely probably got 1,000 people on staff is skipping Xbox. But guess what? It's coming on Steam, and guess where you can play it at? On your Rogue Ally X. On your new future Xbox. What are we doing here, man? What are we doing?
Greed and the player reality had never
shout out the post up
been wider. But the story of the PS5 isn't over. As we look into 2026, the silence is finally breaking. Sucker Punch has returned with Ghost of Yotei, a stunning evolution of their samurai epic. Kojima is pushing boundaries with Death Stranding 2. And then there is the...
It's sad that these ponies didn't support that Stranding to the way they said they would have done it, Mello.
That game was trash.
Mello, why did they not support that Stranding 2?
It was trash with a sandstorm. They asked for comeback, they gave them comeback, and the game was still trash.
It was still jeez.
Like, what are we doing here?
Because when I saw the top 20 most paid games of 2025, Death Stranding 2 was not on it.
Yeah, Throw Baby wasn't it.
I'm trying to understand why it is these ponies said they were going to support it, but you know which game they put on that list, Mello?
What's that?
Forza Horizon was on the top paid list because of being on the PlayStation 5, but Death Stranding 2 was nowhere to be found. Right? They went on a limb this year saying that Code Violet was the hotness. And look at Code Violet. The trash game so far of the year. The rating right now on Metacritic is what? 20? Come on.
Titan Grand Theft Auto 6. Sony knows that 2026 is their redemption year. With GTA 6 expected to be the biggest entertainment launch in history, the PS5, specifically the Pro, is positioned as the best place to play it. This is the killer app the console has been missing for 5 years. But will it be enough to wipe away the memory of Concord and the $700 price tag? The internal studios are finally waking up. Reports suggest that Naughty Dog's new IP are finally entering the home stretch. The era of the cross-gen trap is over.
Yeah.
The PS5 is finally standing on its own 2 feet, but it shouldn't have taken 6 years to get here. The story of the PlayStation 5 is a cautionary tale for the entire gaming industry. It's a story of what happens when corporate hubris meets a changing world. Sony...
I mean, it's amazing how he broke it down here, and at least somebody said it. Because we have been saying this for a very long time, Mello, that the PlayStation community is not saying anything to Sony, but they have all the smoke for Xbox. They have all the smoke, and guess what? They keep saying that, wow, Sony's selling consoles. I mean, they're breaking records, but where are the games, guys? Where are the games that you guys say that you all love? Come on, man.
In the wind. There ain't no games.
No.
And you know the sad part about this? The very company that they bash and give all the negative looks and evil eyes to and want to be dead for all the wrong reasons, They are the only ones supplying the games to these guys to even
Facts, Mellow.
entertain or
Facts,
even
Mellow.
enjoy that console.
Facts, Mellow.
You know how insane that sound?
Yeah.
I'm feeding you. I'm literally putting food on your table and you mad at me?
That you know what that means?
When your parents is starving you, they got you out here looking malnourished with nothing to play. I come to your house and provide a meal and you mad at me?
But one thing, Mellow, you miss. Although we are providing the meal, Mellow, they have to pay full price for it.
Thank you.
You're making us pay for water, you son of a...
Yes, if you're going to eat
You're
for
making
free
us
and drink
pay
for free
for
in my
grapes.
house, when you come, you'll pay for the grapes.
Things that
you're
God
gonna pay
gave
for
us
apples
for free.
You,
Ha!
who?
Ha,
Which
da, da,
God?
da, You will burn in hell when I'm through
Which
with you.
God? Nobody's
You will not
burning
be
hell in
allowed
this
in my
house. You'll pay
Father's
full
house.
price
At all.
at all.
You're
Mellow.
Hey,
they
that
would
is
have
too funny, man.
Mellow, they have to pay full price, Mellow.
Hey, we want our money at the door.
Come
No
on, we
shorts.
want our money
No
at the door.
shorts. No shorts. Do you hear me?
Listen to me. We are not here
Imagine, but pass real quick though. I just gotta really say. I always say if I have to say it on here, man, because that video just made it even more sense.
Yeah.
Who buys a Porsche and don't have the money to put the gas in it? Who does that?
Come on, Mellow.
Who buys a Porsche and don't have not an inkling of gas to put in the tank?
Come on,
You
man.
just got a pretty car with no substance.
They want to run that Porsche on love, man. Not on gas, on love. This is what I'm saying. Microsoft is not here to make friends.
I'm not looking for friends in this thing, people. I'm not looking for friends. I'm looking for money.
That's what Microsoft wants. They
Now
want
I can't say that though with because what you just said, and I hope they Sarah Bond, if you're listening, listen clear and listen good. You guys got to come out with that console right now because they keep running around with this narrative saying that the PS6 is going to be best ran on the PS5. That's a false narrative. If they drop that console, if they drop that new Xbox before the holiday season. And that GTA running, who got the most powerful console on the market? What we talking about?
If it is, Xbox,
and we got the games.
If it is, Xbox wants to drop that new console in harmony or in the same window as GTA 6. I think in the great words of Ridge, it's GG, you know.
It's GG, gang.
It's GG. So, I mean, Microsoft would do very well to time the release of GTA 6 and see how best they can pump out a console. No, we don't want a console with the red ring of death. We don't want that again.
Nah, of course not. But I doubt it's happening. I doubt it's happening.
But think about, as Melo said, playing GTA 6 on that new Xbox, it is going to far exceed how it runs on the PlayStation 5 Pro. By far, right? So, I mean, this is the show for tonight, Melo. I want to say thanks for coming on. It was a very good show. You always have excellent points. We know you're in this industry for a while. So, we want to say thanks for that. Now, Melo is on YouTube. Melo is also part of the State of Gaming. So, you can search Melo on YouTube. You can search Melo on State of Gaming on both sides. You can get him. He's also on Twitter. You could, give him a follow there. But guys, let me just say thanks for showing up tonight. It was an excellent show. Thanks to everybody in the chat keeping it spicy. That pony name, what's his name? Cool, the C or whatever. Cool, whatever. Shout out to you. Shout out to Rob, shout out to George, Biarios, Dolomite, Josh, everyone, Yataza, Professor Strong, every one of you who showed up tonight in the chat. P-Lump for passing through, Game Trailers, all of you guys. Slayer, every one of you guys that showed up tonight. Thank you. Don't forget to put God first and mankind after, guys. This is my time. Thanks again. Shout out, man. Shout out to you guys. Later.